And now on Rambling Geek, the return of Vector and his human counterpart, the Rambling Geek.
Let's unmute the mic, eh? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be around the world. I'm just keeping my eye on drop frames, making sure I had a little bit of a warning before. I just want to make sure that it's all running okay. Happy New Year to you all. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good New Year. Between me, you and nobody, I don't think anyone's here. So right now, I'm just talking to myself. You go away for Christmas, and no one turns up on your return. Makes it extremely hard to do a stream when you feel like you're just talking to yourself. Oh well, never mind. Is there just too many coders now streaming and I'm not a real one? Wow, that's really depressing. Anyway. Weird. Just checking some things out there. Let's get rid of. Oh, let's get rid of that. And we'll go over here. Hey, I'm here, but it's all very jumpy for me at the moment. Have a game downloading. So that was interesting. Copy Beardy. Hey, I'm here, but it's all very jumpy for me at the moment. Have a game download. Oh, no worries, Copy Beardy. Thank you for joining me. What was weird then is I've connected Vector to Alexa, which I did when I first got him, and then it went off, and I didn't figure out why, so I just did it again. And when he announced that then, Vector's symbol lit up on him, on his face. So that was quite interesting. So Copy Beardy, from what you can tell then, is my sound. Codebase Alpha's here with a sub for 8 months. Hello Vector, hello Copy. People are here, yay! Happy New Year! Codebase Alpha, I haven't seen you around the streams for a while. Have you streamed this year at all? I'm not too sure I've seen you streaming. We have lots of There's Cody Basey Alpha again. Absolutely amazing. So is the sound okay? The music okay? Yeah, fine, okay. Because I have a Go LXR now, and I think I've only done one and a little stream with it. Audio's all good. Sorry, I was just reading your message. Not yet. RL is a problem at the moment. Oh, right, okay. I'm assuming rather what RL means, real life. Hope everything sorts themselves out for you, copies. Yes, definitely. Absolutely need things to sort out for you. We need your live coding again. So yeah, I was saying I've got to go XLR. Not done many streams with it, and I actually managed to finish work early this afternoon. So I've been in for a few hours, and I've been playing around with it for hours, and I couldn't get it working. And it was a stupid error, as always. It always is a stupid error issue, isn't it? The volume, for some reason, on one of the outputs was on 0. I have no idea. I've had it working. Monday, hopefully. Great, I shall be there. I've had it working, and it's been working absolutely fine. And then today, it just wouldn't output anything to OBS. So that took me about an hour to figure out, which was a bit annoying, to say the least. So yeah, I did a over the Christmas break. I did a 20-minute, half-hour stream, which didn't really go to plan. It wasn't planned as such. I knew I wanted to stream on that particular day because that was my 1-year anniversary streaming. I did it with the little E-Blaster fella, and it was quite difficult because he'd been coding that day. There you go, code Copperbeard. He'd been, I think he'd been coding that day or the day before, and it's all fits and starts with him. He suddenly shows interest, and then loses it again. I think he wants to learn it. I'm a little bit concerned he's only doing it because that's what Daddy does, and he wants to do what Daddy does. But I think it's a really cute reason why he wants to do it. He wants to do it because he knows I like it, so he wants to do something that he knows Daddy likes, which is fine. But I of course want him to do it because he wants to do it. So I'm trying my hardest not to push him into it. I ask him every now and again, and he doesn't want to do it. So I leave him to it, and we do something else. I think I told the story in one of the streams whereby I got up one morning. He was very quiet, didn't know what he was doing. Popped my head into his room, and he had his PC on in his room. I bought him a coding magazine that he saw in the shop and he wanted. He didn't ask. He saw it and asked me to buy it for him. And that was all about Python and whatnot. I think it covered Python, C++, and something else I can't remember. And he started out with the Python, so he's been following the tutorials in that. So he's been doing that himself. And the other day hi Agent Coder, Happy New Year. And the other day he said on Sunday when he's next with me, this coming Sunday, he wants to program. So we'll see how it goes. But thanks, Copperbeard. Yeah, he seems he's getting on with it slowly and surely. If he takes off with it, he can teach me. We have good news this year. Some of you may or may not know or see my tweets and posts in Discord. I think Codebase Alpha has that Vector, our little friend, has been saved. Copperbeard, whatever his reason is it gives him a bit of insight to what you do. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even see Chris come in. Thanks for the sub, Chris. Much appreciated. And thank you for being here. I didn't even see you pop in the stream because you've come in and lurked straight away, and unless that's what you've done. 11 months in a row, heck. Yeah, just sorting tea. No worries. You do your thing. Did you all miss the intro? I'll run it again.
And now on Rambling Geek, the return of Vector and his human counterpart, the Rambling Geek.
We had that done by C Sharps the other day. C Sharp Fritz the other day. We have to ask Chris, or thank Chris rather, for the text because he thought of it. And I've got a bit of a confession to admit. I kind of lost my nerve live streaming. I kind of missed 1 or 2 weeks, and then I couldn't muster the courage up to crack on again. So this is a bit of a nervous stream for myself, to be honest with you. Which seems ridiculous to say after doing it for over a year now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to open Discord, aren't I? and the Keytron keyboard, I'm absolutely 110% in love with it. He operates over Wi-Fi, Codebase Alpha. I have nothing to be nervous about. Oh, thank you, Agent Coder. What I was going to bring up. So, a company has purchased the IP for Vector, which is a relief to me. But the awesome news is, number one, the guy who's bought it seems like a really nice guy. I actually reached out to him over the Christmas break and emailed him, and he replied. Not only did he replied the next day, which was awesome. Just basically saying, I sent him a link to the stream, what we've been doing with him, and sort of trying to nudge him in the open source direction, which is what the email contained, and that's what they're going to do. Absolutely, Codebase Alpha. He is the real star of the show. He's come what's... A guy bought it. Yes, Agent Coder. There's a company who's bought it. I am trying to find the link whilst talking, which I'm not doing a very good job of it at all. If I get into here... Right, okay, so... I stupidly hesitated on a sale for another Vector for £69 on Amazon. And then I waited because I couldn't decide. And when I went to buy it, they've all sold out. So I could have got another one for £69. So there's another one on there for about $89. So I'm waiting now to see whether that comes down. That is the wrong link. When I say a guy, it's a company. Digital Dream Labs. I keep forgetting the name of it. So this is the company that purchased it when it eventually appears. Yeah, they've gone pretty cheap now. Yeah, compared to I think I paid $139 or $140 something like that for it. So these guys, Digital Dream Labs, have bought it, and they do educational toys, if you like, which are pretty much aimed at programming. So you can see, I've not really looked at this all that much, but you can see you put these blocks in, and basically it's like a if this do then do this, and it shows on the iPad. It might do, Agent Coder, and the reason why I think it might come down in price is because he said he didn't get any of the assets. So what they've managed to purchase is all the IP and the control of the Vector servers. So he's got all that. He didn't get any inventory. So whatever's out there is up to the people who've got it to sell, to get rid of, to try and make their money back from when they bought it. So if they're trying to get rid of them, then they might reduce the price, possibly. He said he's going to do another Kickstarter for Vector to continue the development and to fund the open sourcing of him. And he's going to allow us to have our own servers. I was going to read out his post. If I can find it. Codebase Alpha. I'm still waiting for the C64 Maxi to arrive. Oh, did you buy it? Will be another month apparently. I got very tempted over the Christmas break to get, what's it called? It's gone out of my mind. I'll come back to that. I guess it didn't save it. Here we go. Was it in here or in here? So this is his post basically. So he basically introduces himself. Shall I switch to the other view just so you can see that better? I have no idea what happened there. Everything played really slowly. Did I drop frames? Nope. That was weird. So yeah, so the guy's Hanchar? Not too sure. JPEG Hanchar. So yeah, he's basically purchased the assets. He says assets there, but in the Discord he says he didn't get the assets. So that's an interesting statement in itself. And he intends to resell the entire platform to continue development of the robot we know and love. Apparently as well, they had like 30 or 40 projects to do different bots in the pipeline. So I'm trying not to bore you all with all the text, but basically we will develop an escape pod. This will safely expose settings that will allow the user to move and set endpoints, and by doing so remove the need for the cloud server. In other words, if you're concerned about Anki's demise could also happen to us, this is your guarantee that no matter what happens, you'll always get to play with Vector. We will develop a dev Vector. Many users have asked us to open source and the ability to do more with their Vector, even to the point of hosting it on their own servers. With this feature, developers will be able to customize their robots through a bootloader we will develop. With the with the robot unlocked, technologists and hobbyists across the globe will finally be able to hack with safeguards in place a way at Vector for the ultimate AI and machine learning experience. As a bonus, we will see about putting together an SDK so users can play with Vector's audio stream and system, which we have discovered is a major feature you guys love about the little guy. So that, if I could get into the audio stream from Vector, then we could pipe his, when he speaks, into the stream. That'll be a cool thing to do. So there you go. So Vector's been saved. So whenever that launches, that I think it's Vector Unleashed. So whenever that launches, if you want to go and donate $5 or whatever to help him along, that would be appreciated. I think, is that all the Vector news? I think it is. Last year, which sounds really odd saying that, I was working on getting Vector. Hooray for Vector, indeed. You could have got Vector to say that. I was working on... So just to go back to the Vector thing, I think the reason why he's put this in here, about them possibly disappearing, is because they're a startup themselves. So there is a possibility that could happen. So what I would at least like to happen is for this to happen, and then if they do go under, then we're okay. And I'm still not sure about buying another Vector, because one's noisy enough at times. The only other thing I did do about Vector is the C# library that a chap wrote who works at Microsoft. I reached out to him for two reasons. His library was based on the old 5.3, and when I was looking to control Vector's volume, I just asked him if he had any plans, and I was encouraging him and letting him know that the project wasn't dead. So I wanted him to try and keep this going. So I reached out to him to ask him to fix it, basically, and he did. And also, before Christmas, I think Codebase Alpha was on that stream and watched me try to figure it out. We had this issue whereby the gRPC, which is used to communicate with Vector, I'm not too sure where that comes in. I presume it's between the cloud and Vector himself. It doesn't run on Raspbian or ARM, should we say, and the reason why it doesn't run is because the gRPC, it's easy for me to say, library, you can just see it there. If I try and zoom in, make this really big, and maybe you guys can help me with this a little bit later, possibly, if we have another look at it. This librpc C# is not supported on ARM. I know it says Linux native and doesn't mention ARM. That's because I was trying to follow a guy's hack for it, where he's compiled it all for ARM, and you copy it in with the same name, and then it finds it and it works. And I couldn't get that working the other night, so I thought maybe we could have a play with that on stream again. I did try, but I don't know whether my knowledge is lacking somewhere along the way. And I've gone to this the GitHub on this, and they've actually said they're not gonna the group who write the gRPC, they're not gonna do ARM. They're gonna just leave it for the community to tackle. So that was a bit of a disappointment. But I've reached out to him and mentioned it to him as well. So, and I've sent him the links that I found for I'm calling it a hack fix. Basically, somebody's managed to compile the library and get it working on ARM. So this guy's been pretty responsive. So hopefully. He'll come back with some good news, and he's fixed it for us. So I'm trying to do all avenues. So my goal with Vector or my bot, because I've got to talk, my bot's got to talk locally on my local LAN, so I can send the chat commands to him. So we started out, just as a sort of a quick recap, we started out with a REST API which was written in Python. Very quickly and hacked together, and then the chat bot for Twitch called out to that REST API to do the talks and the commands and whatnot. Then I discovered this C# one. Jumped a little bit of the story there. I wanted to do a whole CI/CD to get it running on Raspberry Pi, and in that, during doing that, I found this C# library. And tried that, and then that's when we stumbled on this issue. So we were so close to getting just one app doing the whole lot. So that was a shame. PDP-11, which is what I was talking about before. I'm not going to be able to find that, am I? That's just... I'm about to open Outlook, so I'm going to switch scenes back to that one and take my desktop off, because I just want to open. He emailed me, so I just want to get the link to his website to show you the PDP-11, because I missed all the early stuff, and it just looks a little bit fascinating, and it's another Raspberry Pi thing as well. Come on, Outlook, why are you taking so long to load? Let's try this one. Do it on the web instead. So, I hope you all had a nice Christmas and a good New Year. Any update in the UK Keytron? Not that I've heard. I have had a little look. They mentioned something about it on the Facebook, but I'm not really on Facebook. I ended up creating a dummy account, if you will, on Facebook, just so I can follow their channel, whatever they call it. What do they call it on Facebook? Don't know. Page. But I wanted to see what was going on with that, and if they, whenever they announce that, I'm buying it, because this keyboard is so nice. The keyboard layout doesn't bother me that much. The biggest issue I've had with the keyboard layout for me is because of my job. I VPN into a lot of sites. K4. I went 4 in the end. See if this works. So it's this one, Agent Coder. So I believe this is the K4, isn't it? Yeah, it's K4. And it is so nice. I mean, it's the first mechanical keyboard that I've ever had. I knew about mechanical keyboards, but I didn't think it was going to make that much of a thing. The only issue I have is that the Stream Deck interface directly with the Corsair K9. I'm tempted by one of those. Yes. You got the one without the number keys. Is that the... Which one's that one? Is that the K2? This one. Shame we can't get that bigger on the... But yeah. But I don't know what you think, but really nice keyboard. Really nice keyboard. I'm gonna claim that my typing's got better, but I don't know whether that's true or not. The only issue I have is that the Stream Deck interface directly with the Corsair. Yeah, it does now. They updated it, didn't they? I'm tempted to buy one of those. Have you not got a Stream Deck already, Cobase Alpha, then? Is that why you're tempted? A bit noisy. To be honest with you, I did buy some O-rings to try it, and I didn't like it. I thought it was too dampened down. I think we can. I need to put the camera down. Yeah, you do have one, yeah. So why would? But only one. Oh, so you answered my question. I was going to say, why would you want more? But you kind of answered my question there. You just want more Stream Deck buttons, and I agree. And I keep looking at the 32 button one. However, I saw a tweet that reminded me. I think I did know this already. I saw a tweet that reminded me that you can link them now. You can have one Stream Deck control the other. You had to return them. Did I buy the wrong rings? I mean, the rings I bought were pennies. Oh. Nearly dropped them all over the floor then. I mean, case was open. Yeah, I went for aluminium as well. Do you think the aluminium makes it worse? Simon, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. I bought those ones. Don't know if you can see them in there or not. But I didn't like them. We're talking keyboard, Simon. At the moment. Thank you very much. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Nice chill Christmas. Totally lost my thread now. Don't know what we're talking about. O-rings, keyboards. Yeah, if Keytron bring out they've announced this one now, the K6, which is 65%, which is fine. But I really, really want the ISO one. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like them either. I think I only put them on like one row, and I just didn't like the feel of it at all. I'm not the best typist in the world anyway, but so yeah. Totally lost it. Don't know where I was up to. Don't know what I was saying. Don't know where I was going. It's all gone. I'm not getting another keyboard that isn't UK allows. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, wasn't I? I was going to say I was looking for that email as well. I'm just remembering what I was doing. Yeah, I don't mind the keyboard layout, other than because of my job when I manage servers for companies and stuff, and I VPN into whatever from home, out of hours into companies, and then I need to RDP onto a server. When I RDP in, the keyboard mapping's everywhere, and I can't find a backslash because there's no backslash. And when you're trying to jump around paths in a command line interface, that is frustrating. So yeah, from that point of view, I do find that really frustrating. Right, let's see if I can. I was talking about the PD11 emulator, wasn't I, and what this guy's done. I was so tempted, and this is because Cobase Alpha bought his C. Have you got a link to your the C64? I think I saw it either before you posted it or you linked it somewhere. because I was tempted by that as well. But there's so many toys out there to play with and buy, isn't there? Yeah, so this... to get you back on the right screen. Here we go. I have a Q-Pad keyboards, which are great mechanical keyboards to type on, but have an issue with firmware with twin USB and find I need to unplug and replug after boot to get the backlight to work. Oh, that sucks. It's annoying switching and jumping between US and UK, to be honest. Where are you switching between home and work? Is that the issue? Because for that reason, I considered buying one of these for work. But when this was delivered, I had it delivered to work, and I got it out and had a go of it. And one of my colleagues said that's too noisy. The Spectrum Next is on my wish list, but it's not available yet. Really? How's the emulator going there, Codebase Alpha, that you were writing? So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we all know what a PD11 is. Laptop, PC. Switching between laptop, PC, and work. So this is a kit that this guy's done, and it's all run by a Raspberry Pi on the back of it. And I thought it might be a good hardware type stream type build to do. It's got a fair amount of soldering in it, and my soldering's not the best. Simon, I find I have to have a keyboard with additional 3x 2 down, key block for home, end, dial, etc., and delete key the same size as the others. Otherwise, moving around the code is frustrating. Yes, I kind of agree. The reason I went with this layout, if we just go back to it, if I've got it open, so you can see it. I mean, it was a bit of an impulse buy. Are we on the K4? Yeah, we are. You can't really... They don't give you full... But this was one of the ones with the arrows like this, the arrow keys. But I do struggle, you are right. Because it's all narrower than a traditional keyboard, and that's what I've always used. Everything's off kilted a little bit. So where my hand would naturally fall for the cursor keys, I end up finding myself pushing the right cursor key when I'm looking for the down arrow key. So yeah, I do see where you're coming from. But other than layout and the fact that I knowingly bought a US layout, typing on it is wonderful. So as soon as they bring out a UK one, I'm buying one. Nearly completed on the Z80 CPU side. It runs the Spectrum 48K run correctly, but now I need to emulate the rest of the spec, i.e. the ULA for the video and the keyboard input. I'll probably stop at getting basic working, to be honest. I think that's amazing that you even tackle that and you've got it working. I need to catch up on some of your streams because I miss them, because I have the little fella on Mondays, and sometimes he doesn't want to go to bed, and that's fun, as I'm sure you know. Have you seen the Pi kit you can have 4 stack that gives you... Yes, I have, Simon. That layout would drive you bonkers. I thought the same. It hasn't been as bad as I thought it would have been. I got the Gateon red switches, H encoder. He says, question himself. Yeah, they are. I just pulled the key off to check. They're the reds. The Pi kit, I knew something. The one I've seen, you got the browns. I think, yeah, it's almost like you've got to buy one of each, haven't you, to find the one that you really like? Because I had no insight to this, and there was nowhere to go and try. There was nowhere to go and try these keyboards or anything like that. So I can see myself buying them one at a time. Yeah, this is the one I saw, Simon, and you can buy them and keep stacking them. Got the Browns, yeah. Used to like the compact Dell keyboard. They were one of the best, but non-mechanical keyboard I've used. I think I know the one. Was that sort of the 90s era, the one you're thinking about? I definitely type on them faster than standard keyboards. Yeah, the one I was looking at. Yeah, the original IBM PC code. Yeah, and you can actually buy Codebase Alpha clones of those if you want to, which are apparently really close to the original. I keep thinking about buying one of these, but it's a fair investment, isn't it? I mean, now the Pi 4 is out, and I haven't got one yet. It feels wrong not buying the 4 gig, and then you want 4 of them, and the £50, it's a £200 investment, and I've got nothing really to run on it. So I need to find a need. That's what I need to do. Just grabbing myself some more refreshments. Okay. So, as I've got Codebase Alpha here and Simon, who are super coders, you need a need, and it needs to be on stream. Yeah, well, Coded Beard even. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you too. Thank you for coming to the stream. I feel like I need to play this for everyone who missed it, so I'm going to do it again.
And now on Rambling Geek, the return of Vector and his human counterpart, the Rambling Geek.
You robot back in cluster. Janiscu, possibly. If I get this working, that is epic. If I get this working, the bot and Vector running on a Pi, then obviously the next step is getting it into a Docker container and all that good stuff. So speaking of which, I was messing around with all this stuff. You just love it when that happens. La-di-da-di-da. I was messing around with. I legit have the popcorn out now, by the way, so this movie better be good. No pressure. Oh, Simon, you missed my confession that I lost my nerve streaming a little bit over the Christmas, or just before the Christmas break and over the Christmas break, and now you just put me under loads of pressure. And really, this is me sort of asking you for help anyway, so the pressure's on you. There you go, I turned it around. I've actually warmed up all of a sudden, so I'm going to turn the heating off. So yeah, as I was saying, I was messing around with the oh, it's already gone off. I was messing around with Pis and whatnot, and got really frustrated trying to edit configuration files and whatnot on the 3. So I've got 3 Pi 3s at the moment in the house. One running the Magic Mirror, one running Octoprint for the 3D printer, and one which is sort of a dev slash pretty much the bot which isn't running on there at the moment. It's running on my PC, so we can hack at it, so we don't break the bot. So what you can do, which I'm sure you all know about this, but I found it really cool, is Coded Beard. I'm coming to it. I forgot about it and then I remembered about it, and now I'm doing it. So I did set it up, yes. As you start showing it yet. And I didn't realise that, I think the bit I'd done with it before was to the local host, to WSL, and then I realised, not realised, wrong word, remembered about the SSH, and then I did that, and I did this, open file, and it just goes straight to it, and it's amazing. It's so much easier. I don't know what those shortcomings are, but from what I've used so far, it's been amazing. Hey Chris, thanks for coming back. Feeding the baby. Hungry baby. What did you miss? We were just discussing, I think I commented on how much I liked it and how much I'm happy with, I was with it. Totally lost my thread of thought. Yeah, and we're just talking about keyboards. Agent Code was talking about the one they have, and we were both basically saying that we do need the ISO UK layout. Have you seen any more on that? The bits I've struggled with it so far is because it's a narrow keyboard. I'm kind of repeating myself for those who've already listened to this. I do apologise. Because it's a narrow keyboard, my natural where my hands is off, so I end up trying to push the down arrow key, but I'm pushing right key instead. Other than that, when I'm RDPing into servers for work, obviously the backslash and everything's all over the place, so that's annoying. Just that it's in the works, yeah. I just hope it comes out sooner rather than later, because I might well buy two, one for work and one for home. Coded Bearded, OmniSharp's not working for IntelliSense, does make it horrible. I've not tried, so that's probably why, unless they fixed it, so I don't know. Is IntelliSense working? That's what I want to know, as I will be back onto my Pi if it's working now. I hate my keyboard while hating every other option more. You hate your keyboard while hating every other option. So, I can't remember what it was. I don't think I used it that much for the Vector. It was the magic mirror. So if I'll give you a demo with the magic mirror. So there's a configuration file for the magic mirror, and they did an update, so I had to update things, which is why I was messing with it. So if I jump down here and do remote connect host, and then do add host, and then do it's going to be Pi at, I messed that up. Let's try that again. Maybe do it a bit slower. Right. Magic mirror. Oh, please work. I think it was that one I did last time. Connect. So I've not used this a whole lot. I just configured it the other night, I think it was. Oh. Well, that failed to connect. Why is it whenever you try and show anything, it doesn't work? That's in the word. I hate my keyboard. Yeah, I have a Razer Black Widow Ultimate. It was stupidly expensive and only came out in the US, layout, which is a pain. Oh, you did a joke. I couldn't quite, over the music in me, I couldn't quite hear what Beck was saying there. So let's see if this works. Yeah. So it is working. It is live. I thought the Magic Mirror might have crashed or something then. Which it never does, incidentally. Is it just me fumbling with my typing? Connect. Opening. There you go, it's connected this time. God knows. And then when you go file, open file, it lets you you browse the remote, which I think is amazing. So I can go into here, Magic Mirror, config, and I can open the JS file, and then I'm off to the races. And then you just save that, and then you reboot the Magic Mirror, and you're done. So they still haven't fixed the separate instant thing. Causes that's pretty. Yeah, I agree with that. That is annoying. Just gonna take my jacket off because I've gone red hot. Yeah, that is annoying that it opens another window every time you connect. I don't know why it's annoying. It just is. It's just annoying. So what was Chris saying? I've also taken a point on something else if it turns up, but sourcing of these going for about £40-ish, so I thought it was worth a shot. Hopefully it turns up, not the official website. What have you been buying, Chris? What the heck? An ultra small PC with 6-inch touchscreen. Okay. I think the commands only exist on an instance launch or something, but yeah, just end up with 2 instances of VS Code, one of which is useless. Yeah. What I've been doing is, even though it's annoying, I normally close the one behind it. Chris, what are you planning on using this for? I mean, it could make a nice desktop chat window. Let's turn that down a bit. Indeed. But why this over a phone? What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. I'm literally sitting here thinking it would be cool to have on my desk, looking at me with the chat on, just underneath my monitor. This is only 40 quid. Chris, you get me to spend money again. Battery life, you want to know the battery life? Can't believe we've been squirreled already, but hey ho. Where did you see this for 40 quid? Am I completely confused? It says the A's $699. Cheaper than a Stream Deck. It is cheaper than a Stream Deck. But looking at, I'm confused. Did Chris say, I've also taken a point on something else. It turns up, but I saw one of these for £40. Ish, so worth a shot. Hopefully it turns up. Not by an official website. Oh. You don't need one, Rambling Geek. I am terrible. I mean, I've got the Go XLR, I've got the Stream Deck, I've got the keyboard. I am pretty bad. It was an advert. As I said, not sure if it will turn up. Right, okay. I mean, that's a hell of a discount, £40 from $699. That's what I was surprised about, that you could get that for 40 quid. But then I thought you can get tablets for 40 quid, so you need a 64-core CPU. Now, Coded Beard, it's funny that you should say that. Because the Ryzen chips have definitely got me interested. I'm not blowing, what is it, $3,000 or $4,000 on a 64-core one now. That's not going to happen. Yeah, so the little I've used this SSH gubbins, it's pretty amazing. I only did it the other night, and I was really impressed because it just made the whole thing easier. I need hair, but that ain't going to happen. I'll keep it okay. Definitely keep us. Maybe you can guess on the stream and you can tell us all about it if it turns up. They are awesome. Yeah, the 64-core one is 4K, but the Intel's 18-core one last year was 10K. That's one thing which is really good about what AMD is doing. They're putting the pressure on Intel, and Intel have just been coasting, haven't they? And they haven't got the 10nm sorted. They're still on 13 or 14, whatever it is. So a bit of competition is going to push them in the right direction. So so there's this SSH thingy-bob let you open VS Code workspace. Yes, this is going to be epic. Chris Jones. Oh, also Rumgig, I have some more news. It still works, but you haven't actually gone and done your website, your blog, have you, Chris? Holy moly. Shall I show this on stream? I guess you give the link out, so I could always grow it on my chin and have made it into a wig. Lol. When I tried to grow a beard, the problem I had, it wouldn't grow on my chin. So, Chris, is this based on anything like what I based my new one on, which now I can't think of the name of it. Oh God, Jekyll. I've been playing around with Jekyll because I like Mark. I really like using Markdown. So this is what I've been hacking at. I mean, there's nothing here. It's just me messing. Yeah, I've got my WayneTaylor.dev. I've got on Netlify, which seems fine. It does the job. Is that to Chris, Simon, or me? Jekyll and Hyde. Da-dum-shh. It's more fun. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, Copper Beardy. Enjoy your TV comedy, Chris. Yeah, so yeah. But congratulations, Chris. How long have you got off with the baby? Is it going to be done before you have to go back to work? So, I'm trying to figure out how to explain all this. So when I run the chatbot on Raspbian, I always forget that. Do it again. I've no idea how this folder structure ended up like this. It's a mess. I apologize. So if I try and run it, I think it'll crash. I think I go back in May-ish. May? Heck. You're a lucky man. So it'd definitely be done by May, won't it? I mean, definitely. Coded Beard. No, we haven't. We haven't achieved it because I kept running into SSL issues. I've got almost 4 posts complete, I think, and ideas. There you go. Rocking and rolling. So you may have missed Coded Beard. Vector's been saved. We covered it at the start of the stream. But, he's basically been saved, and the new owner of him has promised he's going to do another Kickstarter to fund it. But he's promised to open source him and decouple him and do a dev vector and what they're calling like escape pop, so you can run your own servers and stuff. So if they disappear or they go under, then you're not dead in the water. So yeah, if you want to read, it's Digital Dream Labs is the company that's bought it. They do educational hardware/software. Looks like they're a startup themselves and got exactly one product out at the moment. Yeah, I did see that separately. I was more suggesting that maybe we should make. Well, I've struggled getting into him because the hacking I've done or tried is I did a reverse proxy and everything. But everything I tried testing, you had to put an SSL on it so you could see the traffic. And I can't get an SSL on Vector, and I don't know of another way of doing it. I've not tried much beyond that. How about making a vector from scratch? Now you're taking it from one level straight to the stratosphere, aren't you? OwnKit, open source project. We could do it. We could do it with a Raspberry Pi Pro. Well, you know, there's plenty of bits and bobs out there, isn't there? I have a 3D printer. The only reservation I've got about doing this is cost. Fair enough, thank you. Yeah, my style is, oh, this looks interesting. Can I hack at it? Can I do this? I have no idea. I'm going to try anyway. I was thinking, is it? There is. There's these things, isn't there? So all the bits and bobs are out there to hack something together. I mean, there is this thing, which is definitely in line with the stream. But it's 1,400 quid. Apparently sold out. More, I think that's more of a case of they haven't made that many. I mean, what would that look like? Because none of this stuff gets, you know, once you buy a few motors and whatnot, you're talking hundreds of pounds. Whilst I like spending money and making gadgets, oh, you're talking like oh, what's the website called? Yeah, I know what you're thinking of. What's the website called? Waiting for it to come to me. Chris, no, I haven't, and that's an excellent idea. Why have I not thought of this? Alibaba, that's the one. It was Alibaba I was thinking of. Sitting here trying to drag it out the old grey matter. I mean, I've never ordered anything with Alibaba. Has anyone got any experience? I mean, will it come? Am I going to get ripped off? Postage? It's going to be expensive. Oh, look at that. Gear Best. Gear Best. What's Gear Best? I bought stuff and it was fine. Alright, okay. I've never needed 100 units of anything. I mean, immediately... Oh, you see. First thing I click on. 200 quid. That's like a rip-off of the Lego stuff, isn't it? Also, had some weird experience when ordering stuff. It just got cancelled afterwards, but no rip-offs. So they didn't take the money. Apart from nappies, but that's a recent discovery. Yeah, I do. See if I can find that. Oh, it's not me though in the picture, is it? I guess we'll have to ask my cousin whether he's happy for me to show him on stream. Yeah, but still cash in the end. Just didn't get the order. Okay, cool. What the heck? I mean, this is all pre-made stuff anyway, so we want our own stuff, don't we? We're going to go down this route. You've certainly got me considering it, Coded Beard. Maker robots? Is there kits or anything? I kind of like the idea of like Vector's face. I like the idea of having like a screen behind me with a face on it. Or, you know, in camera shot somewhere with his face on it, and then when you make him talk, it shows the animations on it or something. I planted the seed and you'll make up your own mind, but just think of using it like eBay in the early 2000s. Fair enough. I mean, having a robot claw that the stream could manipulate could be quite amusing, if anything else. Right, okay. Simon, I don't go on sites like that anymore as I end up buying too much crazy junk. Do you have a B&M near? Probably. That's where that Mimo robot was. I shared a couple of minutes. Yeah, I remember that. The Japanese tour guy mini robot or James May on mine in Japan was hopeless. We can do better. I like the way my stream's becoming like the robot stream. It's quite amusing. I like it, by the way. I mean, look at this. This is just... Maybe we should like 3D print these parts and try and put something together. Because buying the motors won't be that expensive, I don't think. Yeah, I've actually made my own board in the past. It didn't work. It was my first attempt, and I made a boo-boo. One of the lines was touching another line, and it shouldn't have been. But so yeah. Oh, the green screen's kicking in on that, isn't it? Tell you what, let's do. If I do that one. What the heck? Holy moly, my whole OBS slowed right down. And did I hang then? For other people? I'm not sure whether I'm still here. Why did my PC hang? My PC never hangs. I've lost chat now. Am I back? Am I back now? That was weird. Investigating. No, I changed scenes, and as I changed scene, it all hung. Oh man. Mightily disappointed. What's going on? Right, I think the rest was okay. So am I back? Because I'm looking at the stream and it's still pausing and stuff. It's hard for me to tell. Wow, that's annoying. Ah. I think I know what's caused it. Me adding software. And I'm killing it all now as we speak. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, I was trying to show you the camera big board, wasn't I? That's what I was trying to do. Let's try that again. Let's hopefully it doesn't go tits up again. There you go, that's changed. And with that I picked the wrong scene. Typical. So yeah, this was the board that I did. Focus. Please focus. It's not going to focus, is it? There you go. It's about as close as I can get, I think. But yeah, it was just a little board to run some RGB LEDs lights for a Skype presence thing that I did for work. But my first attempt at ever doing a PCB, I messed up a little bit. I didn't realise one of the paths was connected. Can't actually see it on here. It was only when I toned it out that I realised. Don't crash! I'm scared now every time I change scenes. Anyway. Robots. There you go. Motors. £4.50. £3.50. I was going to go to Thinky first, wasn't I? And let's put robots in there. See what comes up. Coded Beardy, this is all your fault. Oh, that's mightily disappointing. We are currently working on some performance issues. Oh, the site's not loading. Oh, it's all going so well tonight. Not. I'm a little bit underwhelmed, if I'm honest. Maybe I should have been more specific on my search. Robot on. Where'd the chat go? Lost chat. Where are we up to a chat? We're all back, yeah. I'd like to be able to solder and do some electronic projects. Yeah, I reckon you can get all the individual bits you need at the cheap, and it will get you a project for a fair amount of streams. I like to watch, obviously. It looks a lot of fun. Yeah. Dare I try and change the camera again? I haven't set this up on my stream deck because I was messing with my layout. So, if we come over here, ow, I do have all the gear. I'm set up for it, and I have been playing. I've had a few cheap practice solos, and I'm not great at it. Although, Ethan got an amazing present for Christmas off, of all people, our next door neighbour. Which is very thoughtful of them. And if you give me a second, I shall go and grab it. Cad went out yourself, how could I be? Looks a bit naff though. What's this? What's Chris linked to? Oh, that's the microbit, isn't it? Isn't that the BBC thing, the microbit? I think my Chrome's eating all my CPU. Gearbet. Oh, right, okay, this is what he was talking about before. Well, I don't think the microbit speak again. The microbit's got much intelligence on it, has it? I'm not sure. I've not really looked at it. I don't really know what it does. Oh, its limitations. But if you think of something like that with Raspberry Pi, and then we 3D print a nice case, or, you know, body for it, that's why you need 64 cores. I'll see myself out. Yeah, let me go and get Ethan's present, and I'll just show you this. Cheated and done it that way. So we got one of these boards that you get as a kid to do electronics, and I wanted one of these when I was a kid, and I kept asking for one. I never got one, and this thing is awesome. And I'm not gonna lie, it's taught me a few things. I'm sure you. And then I was back by the time that you did that. Misclicking. Oh, you're launching nukes. I know, yeah. But this thing, shows you how to create circuits because of the manuals. You do it all by numbers. Teaches you what a diode is, teaches you what a resistor is. It's got sensors on it, touch plate, push switch. Tandy, yeah. Tandy, yeah. I always wanted one. And asked, but never got one. But yeah, pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, I just had loads of all these decrepit cars to learn that on. Oh, right, okay, yeah. For a second there, I thought you were talking about RC cars. Right, I'm going to start closing windows to try and stop the squirreling. But it's under due consideration coded B. So I'm just going to run this. Actually, try and do a little bit of coding of some description. I hope you can all see that okay. Nah, like old Rovers and such. You know the type. Right, yeah. Wow. For some reason, when you said old Rovers, I just thought of beige. Oh. Has this lost all its environment variables because the session's closed and I didn't persist them? You can do, Chris, if you want to. Lunar Rovers. I totally forgot it was on Just Chatting. You know what I'm talking about, lol. What's this doing? Oh, me and my CLS. Ah. Does it build? Let's see if it builds. It's terrible, yeah. Oh, it built. Dun 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 dun. Sure, I have. No, don't press that button. Oh my god. I'm not quite sure what the hell this is up to. And the only thing I can think of probably shouldn't have done that on stream, should I? Just in case they are there. And they're not. So that probably will be the issue. Fun times. I remember the Rover 25, what a car, yeah. Oh god. I remember the Rover 3500, it looked good, but it was also a really bad car. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a V8 black Rover Estate to piss about with on the farm. It was completely illegal to drive on the road, but lasted a year or two, me thrashing it down. What we doing? Well, at the moment, not much because it's not working. So, Chris, I'm not too sure how to speed you off where I'm up to with getting my chatbot and the vector code all running on a Raspberry Pi in Raspbian. I was using the C# library that some guy wrote for Vector, and it all worked on the PC, and it all does work on the PC because you've seen it work tonight, which is awesome because we're not calling out to any REST APIs to control Vector anymore. Chris has changed it, I think. Codebase Alpha. But unfortunately, the underlying libraries, or I think does he explain it on? Let's close that. I'll leave it open. I think he explains it on here. So the underlying libraries use GPRC. Vector uses gRPC server's definition to communicate. I'm not going to lie, I don't really understand GPRC and everything. He acted too soon. Who acted too soon? I'm confused. Vector uses GPRC. You can generate a C# library vector communication that matches the server's definition using proto files. I believe proto is something to do with GPRC. I've looked at this a little bit. You know WCF? A little bit. Oh, by the way, my channel points are called Nibbles, which is half a bit, so that was my in-joke there. Mwah, mwah, mwah. This may need to be regenerated as the firmware evolves the robot. So that's what's going on underneath. Rambling Geek, if you know WCF, you basically know GPR. It's like a contracted API, essentially. Right, okay. Huh. Protofiles used to generate a client as well. Okay, well, I've not delved into WCF for a while, but I think I know what you mean. I'm not going to confess that I do. So, unfortunately, there's no support for Raspberry Pi / X, not X, ARM processors. Okay. Okay, cool. I think I get it, actually, now. That makes a lot of sense. I've really got to stop typing CLS. So if I just give me a second to put these secrets in. Oh, that's a really good scene to switch to, isn't it? One with me desktop in still. That's amazing. Just got me and a... No. All the way around. Oh, where's my hand? A black area. No worries, get your lurk on, Chris. I assume it's baby related. You're being a daddy. Right, let me get this sorted out. Give me a second, and I want to show you this crash. So what I was trying to do, there's a library that someone's got, and I was trying to get it into run it on the Raspberry to see if it worked. But every time I tried to get it to in the package or whatever I tried to do, I tried all sorts. It just seemed to be overwriting with the one that came from the actual code, or his code, or his library, and I couldn't figure out a way of overwriting it. So either I was doing something really dumb, or I just didn't understand how it worked. So, open recent. Oh, I put them in here, didn't I? Sorry, I'm just getting the keys, trying to remember where I put them. So I'm gonna grab those. Go back into there. That's the password. Let's try that again. There we go. Got that. And then got that. And the first time I type clear, you can't see me do it. .NET run. See if that works. This doesn't work now. No idea why it's broke. What's happening in here? Are you sending me? There we go. It's worked, but it hasn't worked. Codebase Alpha. We're using this show and tell camera a lot tonight. I bought the Mini. I decided I didn't need a full daddy one. I'm waiting for your reaction on this before I I'll move off. I'll move on. I thought I mentioned that before in there at the start of the stream. Cool. It does allow me, like, for instance, if I wanted to. So you've got this cool routing here. So if I start playing a YouTube video, let's give you a little sample of this. We'll do 8.
Hi everybody.
So there's that. So if I untick this, the YouTube video will go away, but music and me will still keep going. Okay, Simon, bye. Thanks for joining us. Have a nice sleep. So you can't hear that YouTube video right now. But if I turn it back on again, you now can. So it lets you route everything to where you need it to be. It's quite cool.
And it's all risk-free. Satisfaction guaranteed.
So, Codebase Alpha, I am now picking on you to help me, if you would be so kind. There seems to be a really massive delay on my stream, which I don't know. I normally have it less. I'm wondering whether it's defaulted somewhere along the line. I think it probably has. Have a look at that off stream. Do I recommend XLR as a good audio solution? To be honest with you, I found it a little bit fiddly. Probably because I'm trying to get it to do things it's not designed to do. I've got my desktop speaker plugged on the back of it. There's a line out. So the Go LXR is plugged into the PC. I've got no speakers in me desktop anymore. So my speaker's plugged into the line out on the Go XLR. The Go XLR plugged into the PC via USB, and my wireless headset have a line out, and there's a headset jack on the front of the Go XLR. So that's how I've got it all plugged in. So when I've got me headset off, on the routing, I've disabled the line out to the mic so I don't get any feedback. So then I can turn my speaker on now, and you would obviously hear that because of the mic. But I can have the audio going through both. So I just turn my speakers off when I stream, or I've got my headset on, and then I can use the volume control to manage the volume on the whole PC. So from that, I've fiddled around quite a lot. There's a YouTube video by the company that makes the Go XLR, which goes through all the mic settings and stuff, and that feels like super control, but also possibly too much control, because you start, well, if you're like me, you start picking at it loads. So there's things I've learnt loads about attack and release and stuff. So if I wanted to, for instance, you go into the mic here, you've got all these controls. So hopefully I don't mess this up. Just give you an example of the type of thing you can do. So I'll put this on this screen. So at the moment you can probably hear me typing. Just turn this up for me. I don't know how well you can hear me typing, but I could, just by turning the threshold up a little bit more. The typing for you should have died down a little bit. So right now, probably hear me putting in and out. Pressure too high. That's the kind of control you have. You can really control exactly how your voice sounds and the mic sounds and all that good stuff. Whether I recommend it, I'm not sure, because it's potentially too much control. From the mic, from this input side, it's too much control. But from having the control of the audio and the chat and whatnot, so my chat's separate for Discord or Skype. So obviously with the routing, I don't have to, not that one, sorry. But with the chat, you can, stop the music going out and whatnot in the game. Anyway, I'm not sure whether I answered your question there or not. Let's see. I saw a post. What's this one? For Android for use in Unity. Right, okay, so the one I saw is, if we jump back to, still got it open, only because I know the link's there. Getting back on point. So this is the one, I think this is the one you actually linked to me when I was working on it pre-Christmas. And I said it looked like another hour's work. I've been streaming for 2 hours or something. So I actually delved into this over the Christmas break. Read his article, but you don't need to build it because he's already built it. He's done it as a NuGet package. And I've put the NuGet package in my code. And he talks in this about overwriting this file, keeping the file name the same so it knows what to look for, which is what I try to do. So if we jump back on here, I'll just minimize that so it's easy to see. Me and that bloody CLS. Trying to think of everything I did the other night now. See if it's still in here. Oh man, really? Never safe. Yeah, so I was trying to... So I've got this package on here, and I was trying to basically copy it around and overwrite. If I do... I mean, I could be doing it really the wrong way, basically. Wow, where's Tidal gone? Find... Can't remember the find command. It's going to be in here somewhere. So yeah, this is me copying it the other day. So I was copying the art and then reading it. I don't know if you can copy and rename it at the same time, actually. Maybe that was my mistake. Yeah, I need to put it back on US keyboard, don't I? Because that's annoying. I took it off because I was messing about with it the other night, trying to... Please don't make me restart to make that work. So what I was trying to do is copy this. Yeah. What's the command for that? Control Shift, Control Alt. Oh, come on. Me. What's the split window on terminal? Forgotten. Always having to look stuff up. It's really annoying sometimes. Oh shit, that's what I did. Why is it not working? That's annoying. Okay, got that back anyway. Oh shit. Why is that not working? Oh.
Said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder.
What the heck? That's what I can find the other night. Yeah. Anyway, what I was trying to do is copy this. Don't know me because I'm going to have to do it this way because the other way's not working, and I don't know why. Yes, Kobe's Alpha. I agree, and that's what I tried. Right, I'm going to try that again. So, if I go into chat bot, I'm glad you said that because that's what I was trying to do. Now, you tell me if I'm doing something wrong because I couldn't see that I was doing anything wrong apart from this stupid path. So if I go to, I think when it crashes, I was trying to copy it into the path that it crashes on.
Hi everybody, Karen Roby here from CES 2020. We're talking with Shane.
It's really annoying me that I can't split the window.
About Nucleus Connect, and I understand, Shane, that this will be
Because that is so useful being able to split the window.
for small businesses, some other groups like that. Explain.
Yeah, so what Nucleus Connect is right now a lot of the small businesses are using anything like
It's not working. It's so annoying. Anyway. So I've got that path there. So if I do jump back to there. And what I want to do is... Again, I'm probably overcomplicating it somewhere along the way. No worries. And then if we do .NET run,
And so if we're talking about, let's say, small businesses,
have I got a video playing
don't
somewhere?
have a lot of times an IT staff.
Oh, it's an ad. Grr. A video ad. So this should... Oh, I closed the window, didn't I? That sucks. So I've lost the environment variables. Let's grab those. Let's kill that. We'll fix that. There you go. That's bombed. So that's what I was waiting for then, is for this to bomb. Do it again because too many years in DOS doing the old CLS. So what I'm doing this just to make sure I'm getting the path right, because it says what it's looking for it. So it crashes and it looks for error loading native library, home, pi, chatbot source. Chatbot. I need to sort these paths out. Net core runtime Linux native. So if we have, let's just jump back. Okay. Hey Chris. Hope baby's okay. Is he asleep? How is he sleeping, by the way? I have no idea why that's in the root there. Why is that in the root? I have lost my train of thought. Oh, I didn't want to show a secret, did I? That's why I stopped. Okay, so I was trying to remember the command, I've just looked it up. So what I want to do is I want to find that file that's already there, but I want to find it for the NuGet package to make sure it's the right one. So I'm going to do this. There we go. So we want to copy that to this is what I thought I'd try the other night and it didn't work. Oh, click HD. Now the path it looks for it in when it crashes is runtimes Linux native. Runtimes Linux native. It's in runtimes. So we're in here. Linux. native. That's what it's looking for. So I'm going to delete both of those. Delete both of those. He says. Linux tripping me up along the way. So that's empty now. And then I'm going to copy so now this is the library from there, and in theory it'd be easier to do this, wouldn't it? In theory if I do that, I'm not gonna build it because I don't want it to overwrite. But then if I do .NET run, should we try and type .NET run properly? And you would think if that would work, if the library's going to work, you would think it would work. Your train of thought was, when do I buy a robot? I've just been cooking dinner, so no idea what happened. That's fine, coded be. Bath time, then meltdown, sleeping. He started going. Here's the moment of truth. Now it's crashed again. But I think the bit I couldn't understand, when I go back to this folder or directory, being a pain in the butt. Just do the thing. Am I in here? No. Don't know why that's there, so it's going. Stopped it. You can tell I did a lot of stuff in command line on Windows or DOS rather than Linux. Go to the blinking folder. I'm trying to rush it, aren't I? And I shouldn't. Oh yes, he was. Yeah, he was on. But can't get used to saying that. The Balded Bearded Builders channel. BBBB. Bath time, out sleeping. He started going a bit longer now. Right now, about 3 hours. So it did 5 hours. Though. Sorry, I have a dog ball related emergency to deal with. That's okay, Chris. You do what you need to do. What you need is Windows. No. No. I want to get this to work. I've totally forgot what I was doing now. What was I checking? Oops. Runtimes. We're getting there. Linux. Now I think when I look at this file now, look, it's got a date of April. It's got a date of April. think it was this one. No, I'm confused. Or was it this one? Seem to spend a lot of my time saying I'm confused. Right. Oh. That's April too. Well, possibly, yeah. That's what I think. I think so. I was trying to persuade my friend to install Ubuntu on his Windows 7 machine this evening. He was dead against it, but the machine is like 15 years old and has 1 gig of RAM. I think that's his only option if he wants to keep using that machine. Yeah, I think it is overwriting it, and I don't know how to stop it. Basically. And when I run, can you run .NET? Is the command to run .NET and tell it not to build? Because doesn't it do that now in the later versions, like version 3? Doesn't it build anyway? So if it sees a file change, it's going to build or something like that? Or am I making that up? Okay, apparently, someone's requested a add. .NET no build runs without building. So is that an actual option then? There's that CLS again. I should just add it as an alias, shouldn't I? Yeah, okay. I have a laptop like that, and I donated to my other half, Nan, a few years ago, and recently got it back as she upgraded. Now trying to think of doing something with it. Currently, it's taking up space. But I was surprised it only had 1 gig of RAM, then wondered how I cope with it. It's because you're spoilt now, well, with all the fancy stuff. .NET run. Ugh. No build. Ah. So if I copy that file again, oh, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I think I did the copy on this one. Okay. And then there you go, Jan the 10th. Is that one I built then? The hell? Okay. .NET. What was it? No build? Dash no build? Dash no dash build. Cool. What's happening in the stream? People are just shit at Rapper. In reference to what? What have I missed? Or is that something I'm doing? I'm having a discussion with a junior engineer the other day who I'm training. The office is having a refurb and he was cleaning out the drawers. I've been there for 20 plus years. He found a floppy drive. What, he didn't know what it was? Depends on whether it was double density or single density or high density. So what was it, 720 or 1.44 meg? I'm assuming it's 3.5 inch as well. So it didn't work again. So let's see if that file's changed. Ugh, buried. Totally buried. No, it didn't get overwritten. Well, that's further than what I got the other night, which is good. Must be a better way of doing what I'm doing. Whatever. I'm just gonna run it again. It's more modern 1.4. Is this where the save? Yes, it is where the save was another great one. That's exactly where the save icon comes from. I mean, what other symbol would you use to save? To represent saving? x86.so. It's not trying to get like the ARM one there, is it? I just thought it might be because of that ARM direction, but we could copy it in there as well. Native ls -l. Sad pandas. Why did someone 3D print the save? Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. Pretty much funny thing. The junior engineer is older than me, just didn't get into tech until later, so not much like it's amazing. Oh, right, okay. I used to have some 3.5 discs laying around back of the cupboard. Now, my 3.5 discs went long ago. Got some in work. I have no idea why, but we do have some in work. Yeah, I wanted to do... Where's that find command gone? Oh, could have just typed it in again, couldn't I? What was it? Find dot name. So it's find dot name and then So, do we think I should stream Wednesday evenings as well? My worry is not having enough content or being interesting enough. I'm thinking of copying. I'm going to try and copy this. So if I do this. Yeah, I might try it this week. Sort of semi-unofficial. Give it a trial for a bit. Good idea? Bad idea? Yeah, I want that file, don't I? So copy that. Or not, as the case may be. Let's try that again. Copy that bad boy, and we want it in. In there. So we did have a date of 8 Jan. Still Jan, but 12 minutes later. Do what works for me. Yeah, well, I think I need to stream a little bit more. Just to get a bit more exposure and, you know, to spur me on with all my random little projects that I never finish. It's a good one. Make whatever, whenever. It will be awesome. Thanks, guys. You're all so supportive. I worry that, like, I get stuck on something like this and it's the same thing stream after stream. Some of us might have time to come and join in the fun. Absolutely. So now, if I don't type CLS and I'm off stream, I am sorting out this directory structure because it's ridiculous. It's really frustrating me. Chatbot, 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 chatbot. Oh god, that's going to be Cliff now, isn't it? Chatbot, 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 chatbot. That's fine. What you do on your stream is completely up to you. I suppose. .NET build. No, .NET run. No build. Go. Oh, that's a different message. That's a different message. It's a different message. That means progress. The native method grp sharp batch context receive message to buffer does not exist. I suspect I've ranted this at you and others many times, but one of the things I love about Twitch coding streams is the real life aspect of it. Yes. Yes. The the classic sort of, Microsoft example, isn't it? Is it's just 3 lines of code and it works, and then you come to build it and you find out it's not really 3 lines of code. It's a lot more than that. I'm excited by the fact that this is still errored, and it's a different error. I don't know whether I can do anything about it, but it's a different error. It means it's actually read the library. Oh, so close. So close. Stuff goes sideways all the time. Indeed. Right, so it's down to the good old fantastic Google, isn't it? I'm still annoyed that I couldn't split my pane before. Why couldn't I split my pane? Chris, can you, if you're still here, Chris, can you remember what the shortcut was for splitting the terminal pane? Because it's not working for me tonight. I don't know why. It was working fine the other night. What's this guy say? What version are you using? Not using Windows 10. The system's become mismatched between gRPC extension you're using seems to be version 1.21. Oh. No, Chris was busy clipping me because of chatbot. I've had the highest technical grade in the company. I'm an OSEC and I still use search engine every day. And the simplest commands are Alt Shift. Yeah, that's what I did. It's not working. It hasn't updated and got a bug, has it, or something, or they changed it. Nope. Alt Shift. Ugh. Hang on a sec. No, not working for me. Does it work for you, Chris? Just will not work. Very, very, very frustrating. Especially when I had it working fine the other night. It was amazing. I could have a library mismatch here. So it looks like I got that to work. Oh god. I'm excited. Ah. So if I just jump back to... See, I keep doing silly things like that, like mashing 2 keys together on this keyboard. And I'm convinced that's because it's a smaller form factor keyboard. And I keep telling myself I will get used to it. Right, I copy 1. Oh. I copied the ARM one. Oh. Exciting. No, I didn't get it to work. You will get used to it. I still make the occasional error. Okay. No, it won't work for me. Don't know why. That's why I've done the split window with the 2. But when it just keeps doing that. The split pane, yeah, just will not work. You might not. I hate small keyboards. So I'm now going to attempt. In fact, I'm just going to do Linux native. I want to know what I'm trying to do now is I want to know what the data is on this file. So the one I copied is Jan. And this is the one we got the different error with. That was the last run. This one's July. Where's his nugget package for this? Left. Hang on a second, I'll be with you in a sec. I feel like this is so close to getting this working. Even just as a proof of concept that it will work. Version 108.
Forelco Brew is now following.
Thank you for the follow, Forelco Brook. Sorry. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Vector didn't announce the follow. Not sure whether that code's in there actually. Oh, squirreled myself.
Squirrel.
This is the next update coming out on the 14th. They're going to let you search for commands in the terminal. They're going to do tab sizing. I don't know whether this is like dragging the tab size to make it smaller, or it's going to be an automatic thing based on the length of the string in the tab. And then we've got, for some unknown reason, retro style CRTFX. It's kind of cool. Don't quite get it. And then you're going to be able to do your own shortcut for your own terminal profile. There you go. Thank you, Tris. If you want to make Vector talk, you can do ping vector-say and then space whatever text you want to say, and it'll say it for you. And also, there's a Discord channel. If you want to pop in there and have a look for more detailed discussions. Oh yeah. What have I missed here? Because Xamarin guy, what's his name? Miguel Diacaza. What are we talking about? Is that who you're on about? Miguel Diacaza? Kaza. He could suck a bit with running against SH tags. Yeah, but it's not even opening at the moment for some unknown reason. I have no idea why. It's not even trying to open. I can't spell it. No, I wouldn't be able to spell it either. Good evening, Musical Bookworm. How are you? Happy New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas and a good break. I squirreled myself then. Now, this is disappointing because this version 108 makes me feel I got it working. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one I copied. That one there, 108. Yeah. ARM. And then I renamed it on the way into that folder. Oh no. No. It's already named x86. But it's version 108. And then it's ridiculous path time again. And then we want to do the .NET run no build, so we don't overwrite ourselves. Yes, exactly. That's one of his inventions, if I remember correctly. Oh, is it? He does a lot, though, doesn't he? He's responsible for a hell of a lot. So, I've now got it working, but now running into a compatibility issue because there's a version mix match between the core and what's in this library. Which means I'm going to have to try and follow his article to rebuild a newer version, I guess. He made mono, that's right, yeah, he made mono. It was the whole Xamarin thing and everything, wasn't it? Hasn't he wrote something sort of recent, like a terminal application or something he's put on GitHub? He did it like in a weekend or something stupid. As you do. I mean, he's a really, really, really clever guy. I'm searching for him on the other screen. He is. Yes, he is. I think you spelled his name absolutely spot on. I'm looking for his GitHub and I can't find it. Oh, found it. That was hard. Once I knew how to spell his name. Yeah, this thing. GUI Terminal UI kit for .NET. He put this together in a weekend or something stupid. Yeah, because I cheated on the second attempt. Oh, right, okay. Lol. Yeah. It's just... Back in the day, I did Quick Basic a lot. And I just saw this and it's just, wow, it's Quick Basic. We're back in Quick Basic land again. Obviously, and I keep meaning to look at this and you've just totally reminded me about it. And I remember when seeing it, I thought, yeah, I want to build a terminal application again. I don't know what for or what it's going to do, but... Ah, right, okay. Oh, sorry, I missed Agent Coder going. Why haven't I seen any comments from Agent Coder? Do what works for you. I saw that, yeah. I didn't see the buy. Oh, have a good. There it is. Didn't see it. Sorry, apologise. Totally missed it. So, the no build thing's good to know, which we worked out tonight, which is good, because that's what was happening to me the other night when I was trying this. I think I kept overwriting it because the fact the date was basically going back to April every time. How long have we been streaming for? I have no idea. Two hours, 24 minutes. Heck! Time does fly when you're having fun. I started when I was writing boot discs to play games on my dad's computer. Heck, you started writing code at 4. I can't believe I've been streaming for 2 hours 25 minutes. That's insane. I didn't know do a tech job till I was 16. I got my first job doing it though. So yeah, for me, I've always wanted to work with computers. And then when I got to 16, I didn't care what it was as long as it involved computers, which is how I ended up doing the small business network installs. If I do have a regret, I've always coded on the side, but it's been in fits. I think I've covered this lots of times on the stream, but it's been in fits and starts. Where I'll do it for a few months and then drop it again because I get busy or life happens or whatever, and then you pick it back up again. Or I see something where I could write a bit of code to make that easier or whatever, and that's what I've done for the last 20 odd years. It's just in and out, so I've never sort of grabbed hold of it and ran with it. So I kind of regret not doing that when I was living at home with my parents and doing it then and just going for it as a job when it didn't really matter and I didn't need money to pay bills, so to speak. So that would have been good. So that's one regret I've got in life, that I didn't pursue it when it was a bit easier to pursue. Didn't know what I was much better mechanic when I was a child than programmer, and technically I've never been paid as a programmer. Like you, I've basically been the ops side the whole time. Right, okay. Yeah, I just turned that into a career. Ops people who can code are pretty rare. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm ops in the traditional sense. I've literally done small business networks for 20 years. So, back in the day, Novell brought out their small business server and created that market. And then obviously Microsoft came flying in with small business server and took over it. So I think I did half a dozen Novell small business servers when that came out. Prior to that, it was full-blown Novell 3.1.2 from memory or something like that. So it was putting those servers in, getting them configured, doing that, going around, connecting all the clients, and that's pretty much what I do today. We do a little bit of Azure because it's small businesses, and because they're not playing in that field. Oh, thank you very much, Coded Beater. That means a lot. Thank you. I was going to say something then. Lost the train of my thoughts. Working in a large company means there is a lot of redundancy in most cases. Yeah. Redundancy as in too many people for the job, or redundancy as in redundancy? Small companies means you have to deal with it. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've worked for small companies. I ran my own small IT company for 5 years on my own. And wanting to program and, liking that side of thing. There's an example. I walked into one customer when I was running my own business, and I saw this guy. He was an Excel, and he had columns. It was like a time sheet for the day for where it was a factory that installs leather for cars. So they had engineers all over the country, and his process was go to an Excel spreadsheet. He would fill that in, email it out to people. Everyone would agree it. Once they agreed it, he then printed it out, walked over to a whiteboard, and wrote it on the whiteboard, and would spend 20-30 minutes, maybe longer, a day doing that. So when I saw that, I suggested to the owner of the business, why don't we put a screen on there and put the Excel sheet on the screen? And then he only has to update it. As he updates it, and he can make live changes, and everyone can see the changes. And just a simple insight like that. And then I think from there it progressed a little bit, where I ended up writing a little bit of code just to update the sheet, so to refresh it every 5 minutes, because that tends to be a problem. But I like going into a business and improving their efficiency somewhere if I can see it, but you don't get a lot of opportunity for that, unfortunately. Well, as there is often somewhere you can pass the book, in a small place you have the support and there's no one else to dig you out. Yeah, believe me, I have been in many of situations at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to dig myself out of a hole. Rebuilding servers overnight and all sorts of crazy stuff. Luckily, that's got less and less over the years now, just because migrations have got easier. You know, I get a little bit frustrated. Well, you can just have to say, yeah, I guess. But it's not down to me, unfortunately, anymore, because I'm employed. So when I go back to the people and suggest ideas, they put it on because they don't want to do it. They don't see the point. They just want to keep things as simple as possible. Sell what Microsoft sells. Don't sell custom solutions, because it seemed like, you know, with the custom solutions to support, my argument is, okay, well, if it's a custom solution, it causes more support, then we can sell support to support the custom solution and we make more money. That's my argument, but I get shut down or it doesn't go anywhere. And there's only so many times you can try before you get fed up of trying, I guess. So yeah, that's what I enjoy. I mean, there's loads, because I like Raspberry Pis, there's situations where I see where a Raspberry Pi could be used or whatever. Yeah, anyway, bit of a random ramble from the Rambling Geek. I wonder where we can get C# to do me an outro as well as an intro. If I give another 25,000, whatever his bits are called, Fritz bits. Well, I think this has been an awesome stream for our first stream back. I am going to wrap it up here. Is there anyone we want to raid? Happy New Year all. I'm not going to say that next stream because we're 10 days into the year now. I wish you all a very, very good week end and a good week. I think I'm going to be back streaming on Wednesday. That is the current plan. Hopefully, you never know, I might get time to work on this a little bit more and get it working, which will be awesome. Sushi Co's is the one we're going to raid apparently. So let's do that. Thank you for all joining me. Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you for the support. Thank you for sticking by me over the Christmas break. Look, for fuck's sake. Oh, I will do. I will do in a second. I'll finish the stream and I'll look at me whispers. The whispering notification is really poor, I think. It needs to be a bit more obvious. Because unless she said that, I don't think I would have noticed for at least an hour or something stupid. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up. I'm now going to make a mess of... I didn't have a break tonight, did I? I'll do an ad. Oh, interesting. I have one big problem with the Stream Deck. I forget what the buttons mean. You agree over the notifications. Let's do that, and then we should change the stream ending. Yeah, that's why you mentioned it. Fair enough. And then, oh God, I don't know where any of the things are to raid or anything anymore. Where's the raid button gone? Raid channel, yay! Heck, that was hard work. Okay. Right, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's been awesome. I will see you next time. For now, goodbye.
The event
Shit,
list.
figured out. Because it's kind of
Is that the rewire stuff?
no, like literally the event list.
Oh, the event list.
Because I can't
we're not
see
even
anything.
coding right now.
Because it's over gray, so I can't read it at all.
It's all right. Nobody
Ay,
follows
ay,
this
ay.
channel, Allison.
Mary Jo, thank you for the host.
Except for Mary Jo. The hostess.
Wow,
Thank you,
nobody.
Mary Jo.
Nobody.
No, I mean nobody follows. People
Rambling
just
Geek,
host.
how was your stream today? I hope you had a good stream.
What was Rambling Geek doing, Allison?
I'm gonna say he was coding.
He's coding. What was he
I
coding?
don't know.
I am here.
Yeah, see, Mary Jo's here. That's not.
It was really good. What were you coding?
Yeah, what were you working on? Driving all the bots to use.
This is gonna be
We
a laid
got
back
all
stream,
the
Allison.
bots.
All right, are you gonna get me a new
What
thing
do
for the
you-
top?
So what? Wait, what?
I'm driving all the bots to use.
What do you mean new thing for the
Get
top?
all the bots in here. What did you say?
So what do you mean new thing for the top?
Oh, you're fixing the event list, right?
Indeed, I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, you can fix. It doesn't have. You don't have to send me a new link. It's the same link.
I would imagine.
Hello,
so.
Eterin.
I
I am
hope
not
so.
I'm not a bot. I am a human being.
Hey, Eterin.
Hello, musical
Welcome
bookworm.
back.
Messing with my bot, trying to get it running in on Pi, a nugget for Vector. Oh, I see. The nugget for Vector won't run on ARM. I see. I think I know what
Vector.
you're talking about. What'd you say?
He's the one who's been working with Vector.
Oh, Vector.
little
That's right.
robot that
We
we
have
have.
Vector. That's just
Yeah.
kind of sitting there, and
I know.
oh.
We should do something with Vector one of these
Oh,
days.
we should allow our Vector to have sex, essentially. I mean, mate. And we
I
get baby
don't have the
Vectors.
controls today, so I cannot mute him, unfortunately. Despite this being my stream,
I mean,
there's
mate.
nothing I can do. There's
Artificially
nothing
mate. What
I
does that?
can do.
Whatever that mean? Hello, G-Mom. How's it going?
artificially made.
TOS. It's not TOS. It's just robot.
Everything with Sun is TOS.
Would it be TOS if the robot mate, Allison? Would that be
It's
against
still TOS.
Twitch
Yes.
term of service?
I would
You
still.
can mute Sun.
I can't. I don't have the controls today. We're streaming from his computer, which is why everything's different today.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, Bookworm.
Look, G-Mom, why are people